Halloween. We all love Halloween, and we also love John Carpenter's Halloween, and we all love the iconic slasher villain Michael Myers. He's the one that defines the Halloween franchise. The stalking presence, his height, his look with the pale, emotionless mask, him having this childlike sense of humor when he decorates his victims, and the presence and the stalking of Michael Myers. When he's there, he disappears. Now, supposedly, there is a Halloween TV show getting into the works, and I've also heard rumors about us getting a movie sometime soon. But either we're getting a TV show or a movie for the Halloween franchise. But I want more of a movie than a TV show, if I'm being quite honest. I mean, don't get me wrong, a TV show would be interesting. I would love to have seen that. But I think I want to focus on a movie because I love movies. So with me saying that, here are the 6 things that I would love to see in a Halloween movie or a TV series. Let's get into it. Halloween atmosphere. Now, this is probably the most important, well, I shouldn't say probably, this is the most important thing, the important aspect to a Halloween movie or TV show. You need that ultimate Halloween atmosphere. The Halloween decorations, more jack-o'-lanterns with grim faces, trick-or-treating in the streets, and that also includes some of the Halloween nighttime blue cinematography to where it really stands out on Halloween night, and I would love to see those jack-o'-lanterns going through the mist. And I'll definitely get into more of that stuff once I dive deep into the 6 things that I would like to see. Or in this case, we got 1 out of the way, we've got 5 more. And create the ultimate Halloween atmosphere that we desperately need in a Halloween movie or TV show. Halloween autumn vibes. Autumn is especially important to the Halloween season. When you step outside and when you're in the fall setting, as soon as the leaves start changing, they're like a bright orange with hints of red and yellows, but the orange just pop. That is exactly what I would want to see. I want the autumn setting to pop, especially with the orangey leaves. I hate how they always make a Halloween movie and the autumn leaves that were orange are now dead and rotted looking, and we don't want that. At least I don't. I want more of an autumn feeling setting to the Halloween movie or to a Halloween TV show. I want the autumnness to stand out, the orange leaves, the oranges, the subtle reds here and there, and basically have it pop. Not to say don't turn the serration up like this. Don't do that. But I really think it's important to have more of that autumn feeling, like it feels like autumn, and blend it in to that Halloween setting, atmosphere, and approach to a Halloween movie or, once again, TV show. So the autumn setting, in my opinion, I think is important to a Halloween movie, and it will look even more beautiful to have jack-o'-lanterns involved. Number 3. Number 3, finally, we're getting into Michael Myers territory. Michael's pristine mask. Those of you know about Michael Myers, in the current year that when we're getting Michael Myers, let's say around the mid-2000s, such as 2007, 2009, 2018, Halloween, or year of 2018 to 2022, Michael's mask has been extremely rotted. We have never seen him in a current year with a clean, pristine white mask. I think it is time to shove the rotted mask aside and bring in the clean, pristine mask. I mean, who wouldn't want to see a pristine, clean white mask that just shows up beautifully in the autumn setting, such as with the orange leaves, and the white mask that Michael is wearing just pops beautifully. I would love to see that. Bring back that clean, pristine white mask. That is what defines Michael Myers. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the rotted look. In fact, me not liking the movie, I love the Halloween Ends mask. It is my favorite mask in the franchise and the whole trilogy because it's one of my favorite masks. I think it's my favorite rotted mask versus my favorite Michael Myers mask, though it doesn't make any sense because if I were doing a Halloween Michael Myers mask ranking right now, I'd probably add Ends to my number 1 spot. The mask, not that movie. But the clean mask defines Michael Myers perfectly. That blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. Bring that back, please, to where it shows up beautifully beautifully underneath the moonlight, the bluish cinematography, the autumn setting, and just him stalking like it. That's what will highlight everything is that white mask, the way he reacts to like in the shadows with bluish filter to the lighting with cinematography through the mist and the fog, through underneath the trees, around the houses, anything you can think of, you need to bring back that silhouette. A lot of people were begging that they would use the flashback mask, but if I'm being honest with you, I love the flashback mask, but I don't think it's 1000% there. But if they are going to use that mask, I guess, but I recommend you hire someone that can actually nail the mask. But yeah, I really want to see that clean, pristine white mask there. If you want to add subtle weathering, that's fine, but keep it simple, keep it white, and keep it classic and clean, pristine, to where it just pops underneath nighttime cinematography. Number 4, and this could just be me. Honestly, it could just be me that just wants this. Set Halloween in the 90s. Set it in the 90s. I think, in my opinion, though not being in the 90s, because I wasn't obviously around the 90s and I wasn't born in the 90s, I think from other people's perspective that was setting Halloween in the 90s would be a very good idea. I think it would be really good. It will bring back the nostalgic feeling. And a lot of people say on the YouTube community that Halloween really defined, or the 90s really defined the holiday of Halloween to where it was more active around that year versus in the 80s or whatever. But I think that would be pretty cool. There are a lot of videos out there that actually are in the 90s to where people are in high school in these really cool makeup and all that stuff, and they're just goofing around, hanging out with friends. And those type of videos shows that the 90s, the Halloween is very important around the 90s era, and by doing that, you bring back that ultimate nostalgic feeling, and I would love to see that. Even though, again, I wasn't born in the 90s, which would have been pretty cool, because according to people out there, technology really ruined the world. But I digress. I can't survive without technology. And I also think it would add more of that vintage 90s Halloween vibe to it, with vintage commercials and stuff like that, like something more nostalgic. If you ever seen those, you guys know what I'm talking about, when you guys were little kids or whatever, or in high school back in the 90s, around Halloween time, they will put like they will put on these Halloween commercials around on the TV, and that brings back the nostalgic feeling. So I think it would be a very good idea to set Halloween in the 90s. Number 5. Nighttime cinematography on Halloween night. What do I mean by that? Well, I already touched on this on number 1 spot. Have more of a Halloween fog, that mist. Would it be cool if you get this really cool shot to where somebody is walking alone at night and they're walking down the street and it's completely nighttime? You get that beautiful, beautiful moonlight just beaming through the trees. Also a combination with street light, and it's also tinted blue. And they add a beautiful, gorgeous touch by adding a few mist of fog and mist here and there. And slowly you see Michael Myers emerging from the fog. That would be pretty damn cool. It's almost an homage to John Carpenter's The Fog, and I think that would be a very nice touch. And bringing in the jack-o'-lanterns, have the jack-o'-lanterns have these grimace faces, cackling laughter, almost with the expression, I should say, and do this thing where the jack-o'-lantern lights show through beautifully through the fog and that nighttime cinematography that is tinted blue. And I think that is very important for a Halloween movie or TV show. I would love to see that, especially Michael's mask that pops during the nighttime. How beautiful would that look? Obviously, he needs to stand out in multiple settings. He definitely not only needs to stand out in the autumn setting, but he definitely mostly needs to stand out when you can mistake him as a trick-or-treater, despite the fact that he's a grown man. And he not only needs to stand out in the nighttime, which I would love to see, but he most definitely needs to stand out on the big screen, and mostly in the autumn setting. I mean, that man needs to stand out in the autumn setting, and especially nighttime. Last but not least, number 6, speaking of Michael Myers, have more stalking in his presence. The new movies that we have gotten this far, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Shit Dick Ends. Why do I call it Halloween Shit Dick Ends? Well, not only because it's a bad movie. A friend of mine, the Maestro Megatron, shout out to you, my good friend, call it that because the movie is absolutely terrible. Halloween Shit Dickens is a perfect title to describe that movie. Thank you, the Maestro Megatron. But in these newer movies, Michael Myers did absolutely none of the things that he did in the original or from Halloween 2 through Halloween Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. He didn't stalk anybody. You didn't see his presence. You didn't see a glimpse of him, which adds to the scary and mystique because while you see him, you don't know what he's going to do. And he thinks in his mind when he's stalking people how he wants to kill them, who he's curious who he should kill. That's why the stalking element is important to Michael Myers. Like, Michael Myers would not just go in randomly and pick up weapons and kill people and move on from there. No, he's going to stalk them first during the daytime or even in the nighttime, and while they're alone, he will go in and kill them. He's not just going to treat Halloween or these houses like it's a slaughterhouse like he did in these newer ones. That's like a Jason thing. That is not a Michael Myers thing. He wouldn't do that. And he also wouldn't expose himself amongst trick-or-treaters. Pause before you mean, what does he mean by exposing himself? I mean that he won't be out in the open to let trick-or-treaters, parents, teenagers, pranksters see him like they did in 2018. That is not what Michael Myers would do. He would stalk people around the hedges, the ends of a tree, the edge of a house. Hell, he even stalked people around when clothes are drying. He just wouldn't go in and kill them. He would wait until they're alone. Maybe if he has a mission, he has to kill people, a lot of people for an obvious reason. For an example, like the firefighter scene in Halloween Kills, makes sense. But he needs to stalk people, and that's an important element to the character of Michael Myers. And those are the 6 things that I would like to see personally in a Halloween movie or a TV show. What do you guys think of this listing? What do you think of my list and things that I would want? Do you agree? Do you disagree to some of them? Or do you disagree altogether? Let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what you would like to see on a Halloween movie or TV show. Please let me know, and if you have not hit that subscribe button, please consider doing that, and leave this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. Alright then, Asylum Ghosts, I will see you guys in the next video. But we have one more thing. While I was making my video, my cat Diamond wanted to say something and list a few things that she would like to see. Let's hear what she wants to say about what she wants for a Halloween TV show.
Meow 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 meow.
Had no idea what she said.